CPS News with Jessy and Brent. Tonight is Monday, January 29th, and we're here with the only all-English newscast in the Vallarta area. How you doing tonight, Jessy?
I'm doing well, Brent. Thank you so much. And I thank you for being here tonight. We have a lot of information here at CPS News in English. I do want to let you know, though, that you can be in touch with us via Facebook. Just go to Tribune Travel's Facebook page and you can send us a message anytime. And how are you doing, Brent?
I'm great, and I'm really excited. No, honestly, we've got so many amazing messages of support for our very first episode. So I just want to take a second to thank you all, every one of you that are tuned in, for your messages of support. So with that, you have some headlines for us tonight. What's coming up?
Oh yeah.
CPS News that speaks your language.
Well, thanks to everyone from me as well. And now, here are the headlines for tonight's newscast.
We have a lineup of interesting and exciting stories tonight on CPS Evening News that you won't want to miss. Important beach alert as Portuguese man-o-war jellyfish invade Boca Negra Beach and pose a risk of severe skin irritation and painful stings. Vallarta's downtown Pueblo Mágico status is still pending, a final decision amid an initial positive response. Residents demand action as a taxi crashes into a home, sparking greater urgency. Residents are demanding that CPS expedite the Gringo Gulch street repair. Get your bug spray ready. The first dengue case in 2024 was diagnosed in Puerto Vallarta, and health authorities are urging vigilance and cooperation. An update to last week's story. A transit officer suspended after being caught on video kicking a handcuffed individual. The investigation is underway. Stay tuned for these stories and much more tonight on CPS News with Jessy and Brent.
So, first up, there's a jellyfish alert at Boca Grande Beach. Officials stress the need for vigilance and residents to use caution if you're venturing onto the beach, especially if you're going out there with children. Here's more on this story.
The Association of Residents of Marina Vallarta have issued a warning about the presence of blue-colored jellyfish on Boca Negra Beach. These jellyfish, also known as Portuguese man-o-war, can cause severe skin irritation. According to Antonio Garcia, the director of the Neighborhood Association, the alert was shared after the jellyfish was noticed in the bay. This appearance of them is linked to the decrease in sea temperature and the movement of tides. The director of the Neighborhood Association mentioned that this jellyfish can be found not only in the water, but also on the beach and in the sand. This makes it more risky, especially because of its blue color, which might attract the attention of children. It is crucial not to touch if detected. The jellyfish may be present for a couple of months, perhaps until March. For now, it is recommended not to go to that beach, but if you do, watch out for them to avoid painful skin damage.
Well, thanks for that jellyfish update regarding the alert at Boca Negra Beach. For now, authorities advise avoiding that beach to ensure everyone's safety. Stay tuned for further developments on this situation. And in other news, there is an unexpected military presence in Ixtapa. While their mission remains undisclosed, locals welcome the added security. We explore the reasons behind this surprise deployment.
In Ixtapa, north of Puerto Vallarta, around 100 soldiers have surprised residents by patrolling the streets. The soldiers from another military region were assigned to the area and set up camp in the Los Tamarindos Sports Complex. The municipal delegate, Manuela Ramos Lopez, provided them a temporary space. While the soldiers haven't disclosed their mission, locals appreciate their presence for the added sense of security. Manuela hopes this won't be a one-time operation and emphasizes the positive impact on the community. The soldiers are expected to stay for about 15 days. Around 100 soldiers have taken to the streets of Ixtapa, north of Puerto Vallarta, causing great surprise among residents. People in the area are wondering why the soldiers are present in this community. Their camp is set up in the sports complex of the Los Tamarindos housing development, near the State Highway 544. CPS News Tribuna de la Bahía cameras went there, and unofficially one of the soldiers shared that they came from another military region and were assigned to patrol the area. The municipal delegate of Ixtapa, Manuela Ramos, explained that she received a visit from the soldiers' commanders in her office in early January. They requested a temporary space for the military detachment.
So, and that's the unexpected soldier saga that's happening in Ixtapa. Its 100-strong neighborhood watch is in place right now. Mystery mission and all, residents are finding it reassuring. So stay tuned for the next episode of Soldiers on Patrol, Ixtapa style. Good news for Puerto Vallarta. The city is now ranked as the second safest in Mexico, according to the latest National Public Social Security Survey. While violence sees improvement, leaders stress ongoing efforts are needed to tackle issues like fraud. Stay tuned as we explore the positive shift in the safety rankings here.
According to the National Public Security Survey, Puerto Vallarta is considered the second safest city in Mexico in perceived security. The city's entrepreneurs welcome this news. The statistics to the fourth quarter of 2023 show progress in tackling violence, which is the major challenge faced by the city. However, issues such as fraud and extortion calls continue to persist for businesses. Leaders, including Arnulfo Ortega Contreras and Francisco Vizcaíno Rendón, acknowledge the positive trend but stress the need for continuous efforts by both the private sector and authorities at all levels. Carlos López Aranda Ramírez emphasizes the importance of a safe environment for tourism. Puerto Vallarta's improvement from 5th place in the previous survey is a positive sign of progress, with the Benito Juárez borough in Mexico City ranking first in perceived security.
And that wraps up our coverage on Puerto Vallarta securing the second spot as one of the safest cities in Mexico. This is so positive for us here in Vallarta, although crimes like fraud and pickpocketing persist. Stay tuned for more updates on your city's safety front. Now, the push for a very cool status for Puerto Vallarta is gaining momentum. Let's listen up. The initiative to declare the downtown area of Vallarta a Pueblo Mágico, which is a magical town, it's still on the table. According to Carlos López Aranda Ramírez, president of the National Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Services, in Puerto Vallarta, they are awaiting the government's call for submissions this year. López Aranda mentioned that the proposal introduced last year by Conoco has received positive responses from other businesses' chambers, as well as the municipal and state governments. He emphasized the need for the declaration, stating that the downtown area requires improvements due to issues such as excessive waste in certain areas. The initiative aims to enhance the cultural and historical heritage of the region. It's worth noting that the Secretary of Tourism of Jalisco, Vanessa Perez Lamas, expressed interest in the proposal and willingness to assist with the application process. However, due to a delay on the part of the municipal government, the submission to the 2023 call was postponed.
Now we have some Gringo Gulch grievances. Try to say that 3 times fast. Residents are demanding swift action from SAPAL after a recent taxi accident right into a house. Some of the Gulchers are urging SAPAL to expedite the ongoing construction and restore the road promptly. Here are all the details.
Neighbors want SAPAL to hurry up with the construction that has closed the street in Gringo Gulch. Last Sunday, a taxi crashed into a house due to the lack of signs indicating the street closure. The residents of Cuauhtemoc Street in the Centro neighborhood are asking SAPAL to speed up the work that has kept the road closed for a month. Insufficient signage led to a taxi accident last Sunday. The street has been in poor condition since August, and this time it's closed for SAPAL's ongoing construction. causing frustration among neighbors who complain about slow progress. They demand Puerto Vallarta to expedite the project and restore the street with cobblestones, as it was before.
And that concludes our coverage on the Gringo Gulch street repair saga. Now a quick recommendation from our very own Luna Tamayo.
Thank you, guys. Are you ready to live your dream in paradise? Well, look no further than Fabris Luxury Real Estate in Puerto Vallarta. Discover stunning properties in one of Mexico's most desirable destinations. From beachfront villas to elegant condos, Fabris offer the finest in luxury living. Visit us today at Fabris Luxury Real Estate, fabriscorp.com.mx, where dreams become reality. Your piece of paradise awaits.
Thanks, Luna. Puerto Vallarta is really kicking off 2024 with a bang. We've got the book fair, the Mandanari Festival, and the Puerto Vallarta Carnival is making a big comeback. How cool. So let's be sure we check it all out.
Throughout the first quarter of 2024, Puerto Vallarta is set to host a series of cultural and tourist events, as announced by Luis Jesus Escoto Martinez, director of the Vallarta Cultural Institute. The schedule includes the Puerto Vallarta Book Fair 2024 from January 25th to February 5th, the Madonari Festival 2024 from February 9 to 11, and the return of the Puerto Vallarta Carnival from February 22nd to the 24th, with various festivities and grand parade. In March, the Dama Juana Festival will celebrate Raicilla with talks, workshops, and music. The director highlighted strong support from the private sector, locals, and tourists, emphasizing the diverse cultural offerings beyond the typical beach and party scene. Businesses play a crucial role in sponsoring events, providing resources, accommodations, and flights. The annual agenda, featuring national and international events, will be released in the coming days.
Puerto Vallarta's Q1 2024 cultural lineup is really set to rock your world. Books, street art, a carnival comeback. It's a party you are not going to want to miss. Puerto Vallarta is turning up the party to an 11 in 2024, and we're all in for a great time. So stay tuned for all the fun.
Unlock the door to a world of language at American English Street in Puerto Vallarta. Their dynamic institute offers both in-person and online classes with a fantastic program that makes learning Spanish and English a breeze. But that's not all. At American English Street, we believe in giving back. For every Spanish student who registers, we provide 100% English scholarship to a child in need, ensuring they have the opportunity to join our permanent language program. Join us in spreading the joy of language and making a difference in our community. American English Street, where learning meets compassion. Call us today to get started at 322-236-5924 or come by to visit us. We are inside Plaza Caracol, right behind the bowling alley. American English Street. Speak it, understand it, enjoy it.
Thanks again, Luna. The American English Tree has actually offered me a couple of Spanish lessons recently. Clearly, they've been watching my newscast and they don't really know the fine art of text Spanish. Yeah, I just made that up. So, vamos, y'all.
Swinging for success, First Team Mexico and the Mexico Open at Vidanta collaborate to introduce values through golf. Key figures like Álvaro Botello and Ricardo Cortés will attend the event. Stay tuned as we explore the positive impact and a potential hole-in-one for the youth of our area.
In collaboration with the Mexico Open at Vidanta, First Team Mexico brought together 100 athletes from Comude Puerto Vallarta for a special group class. The inauguration took place at the Sports Unit Polysports Complex last weekend. Notable figures such as Álvaro Botello, Director of Comude, Cynthia Guevara, National Coordinator of First Team Mexico, Ricardo Cortés, Director of the Mexico Open at Vidanta, Veronica Muller, Media Director, Cecilia Herrera, Project Manager of the Mexico Open at Vidanta, and Ángel Gómez, Corporate Director of Vidanta Golf, were in attendance. Botello Gómez underscored the importance of such events, emphasizing the introduction of athletes to a range of sports. He expressed gratitude to First Team Mexico for organizing the clinics and providing scholarships to outstanding participants. The primary goal of the event was to promote an educational program that instills values and life skills through golf among the younger generation. Initiatives like this provide an excellent opportunity to positively impact their lives. First Team Mexico, which originated in the United States in 1997 with support from entities like PGA of America, the Masters Tournament, and the LPGA, made its way to Mexico in 2017. Currently, the program sponsors 450 children.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait. This event is getting closer and closer. I was there last year as a volunteer. I know you're volunteering this year, right?
I am. Yeah, I'll be out there late next month and I'll be reporting all about it. I can't wait. And so for those that are here, make sure you catch us on our YouTube page for CPS Noticias. You can catch us online. There's so many ways to watch us. But for now, we got to pay our sponsors. So we'll be right back in a minute with CPS News, the news that speaks your language.
CPS News. News that speaks your language.
Welcome back to the most fun part of our newscast. It's our events.
It's true. Let's see what's going on. Before we go to the events, though, I want to remind you, you can be in touch with us. You can send us a message. Just go to Facebook and find Tribune Travel, and then you can message us there and, you know, tell us how do you like this newscast, if you like the information we provide in here, and whatever you just want to say. Now let's join Luna Tamayo again so she can tell us all about the great events coming up in this week in our area.
Now, let's take a look at some of the important events this weekend in Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas. Let's get our calendars out and plan our week together. This segment is brought to you by TVMar. If you want to invest in land in Vallarta or Bahía de Banderas, call TVMar. The number is 322-371-0387. The 8th edition of the Reading Fair in Puerto Vallarta is going on now until February 5th. 47 different publishing houses are participating in this great event, and it's going on at the Plaza Las Armas. Round 4 of So You Think You Can Rise is February 4 at the Palm Theater, hosted by Roy Cruz. Hurry, because this event is selling out fast. Check out Tribune.travel for the link to get tickets. Come and enjoy the golf party in Mexico with the PGA Tour stars. The best sports and social event awaits for you from February 22nd to the 25th. Buy your tickets today at MexicoOpen.mx and join us. Plus, if you want to be part of and see all of the behind the scenes of this grand event, register to be a volunteer today. www.mexicoopen.mx. Lastly, discover a savory way to support your community with the J. Sattler Project's Chili Cook-Off. This will be going on February 17, starting at 12 noon. Check out their site, pvchiliCookoff.com, for more information.
Cheers, Luna. Hey, those events sound amazing because living in paradise really has its perks. Every week, it feels like a party here. But we've got a little health alert. This is not a party. This is the first dengue case reported in Puerto Vallarta for 2024. The director of the 8th Health Region reported the city's first dengue case this year, emphasizing the need for citizens to participate in the cleanup efforts of standing water. While the affected person has recovered, more cases are expected in the coming weeks, not just in Puerto Vallarta, but also in other states. Given its status as a tourist destination, the city attracts visitors and workers from diverse regions, contributing to the spread of the disease. The Jalisco Health Ministry advises against self-medication and encourages prompt medical attention for dengue symptoms, which include fever, nausea, eye pain, muscle and joint pain, rash, and abdominal pain. You don't want this. Cooperation with the dengue control team is also urged. It is expected in 2024 there will be a rise in dengue cases in both all of Mexico as well as Puerto Vallarta.
Thank you, Brent, for that important information. Let's stay healthy and dengue-free together. Now, let's change the subject a bit and let's talk tennis. Luna's here to give us details about the Tennis Open. Serve up the details, Luna.
Mexico stands out in women's tennis tournament within the WTA across Latin America. It organizes competitions in prominent locations like Guadalajara, San Luis Potosí, Mérida, and notably Puerto Vallarta, where the inaugural WTA 125 women's tennis tournament will take place from February 19 to the 25th at Parque Parota. Over 30 of the world's best tennis players will compete in more than 50 matches. Don't miss the chance to enjoy the best tennis in the world in Puerto Vallarta. Purchase your tickets through boletomóvil.com and be part of this historic event. Mexico Series, Puerto Vallarta WTA 125. My name is Luna Tamayo and keep enjoying in CPS News.
Thanks again, Luna. How cool is it that we have a huge golf tournament almost here, and the WTA 125 is coming right around the same time. Our area is really becoming a sports center for all of Mexico. Now, last week we covered a disturbing incident involving a municipal traffic officer kicking a handcuffed young man. The officer is now suspended pending investigation. The process began on January 17th, and the City Council will determine the penalty. Here are the details of this disturbing story.
In last week's newscast, we highlighted an unsettling incident involving a municipal traffic officer caught on video kicking a young man who was already handcuffed. Additionally, a subdued woman was detained during the same incident. The events were captured on video, revealing the officer's identity as Agustin Gomez. Building on this information, Ulysses Palmera, the head of internal affairs at the municipal police, declared that the municipal transit officer involved in the incident would be suspended, pending a thorough investigation. The investigation commenced on January 17th following a letter from Commissioner Rigoberto Flores Parra. Palmera clarified that the department has the authority to request suspension during the investigation. However, upon its completion, the Puerto Vallarta City Council's Honor and Justice Commission will determine the validity of the suspension and whether a penalty is warranted. Notably, the assaulted young man, identified as 22-year-old Afonso, has not stepped forward to file a complaint. It is vital for the injured party to come forward, facilitating a thorough investigation and the imposition of a justifiable penalty. In the absence of a complainant, the penalty could be insufficient given the lack of both a physical complainant and a medical report, as highlighted by Palmera.
We will, of course, bring you updates on this municipal traffic officer suspension pending further investigation and if the assaulted driver will come forward to file a complaint. Now on to some good news. Puerto Vallarta gets 4th place in TripAdvisor's Traveler Choice Awards for Mexico, and it's eyeing the top spot for this year. Let's listen up.
Puerto Vallarta has been honored in TripAdvisor's 2024 Traveler's Choice Awards. Puerto Vallarta recently achieved the 4th position in the Traveler's Choice Awards 2024 by TripAdvisor, recognizing it as one of the top 10 destinations in Mexico based on positive reviews. The city aspires to become Mexico's #1 destination in 2024. Puerto Vallarta offers a diverse range of tourist products and prices, accommodating various preferences and budgets, including family-friendly, adults-only, wellness, and pet-friendly options. It is also a prominent destination for weddings, honeymoons, and bachelor parties. Recognized as a leading LGBTQ+ beach destination in Mexico and Latin America, the city continues to attract visitors for its natural attractions and inclusive offerings. Additionally, Puerto Vallarta has received nominations in the Best of the Tourism Industry 2023 by Paseo Turístico magazine in categories such as Most Requested National Destination and National Tourism Office.
Well, who knows? Next time we report on this story, Puerto Vallarta might be crowned the king of destinations in Mexico. But until then, stay sunny, Vallarta. Now wait, were you expecting to stay classy, Puerto Vallarta? Well, I need to be original, so I'll just say, stay Puerto Vallarta fabulous.
Now coming soon to Puerto Vallarta, the 29th edition of the Gala Puerto Vallarta Rivera Nayarit is almost here. And this year, it aims to set records and elevate Puerto Vallarta's status.
This year, Puerto Vallarta is set to host the 29th edition of the Gala Puerto Vallarta Rivera Nayarit at the Puerto Vallarta International Convention Center on February 8th and 9th. Director Luis Villaseñor Nolasco of the city's Tourism Trust anticipates breaking records with over 80 participating wholesalers, aiming to sustain the positive momentum in the region. The event, deemed historic by Villaseñor, aspires to make 2024 another landmark year for Puerto Vallarta. Organizers from 37 locations in Mexico and 5 from the United States will promote meeting tourism alongside the International Convention Center. Theme corners focusing on luxury, LGBT, golf and romance will attract specialized agencies supported by partnerships with airlines like Volaris, Aeromexico, and even Alaska Airlines. The Gala, a vital regional platform, will facilitate negotiations for hotel room inventories in Bahía de Banderas, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo Corrientes. This year's invitations extend to Costa Alegre, Guadalajara, Compostela, and the magical towns of Jalisco and Nayarit. The event will conclude with a welcome cocktail by Rivera Nayarit, setting the stage for the upcoming tourism fair.
Wow, exciting times over here in Puerto Vallarta. Great events coming up. Well, I don't know, but we both like to go to events. So if you have an event coming up, do let us know, right?
Absolutely. You've got a gala, an art opening, a sporting event. We love to stay connected to the community. And what better way to connect and support our community than to come out there and join you for an exciting event. So just send us a message. Let us know what you have coming up.
Oh yes, and thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for listening to all of the newscasts that we had prepared for you. Please let us know what you think about it. Go to Tribune Travel's Facebook page and let us know. So that's it for tonight. We will see you next week. Remember, Monday at 7 o'clock live on TVMar.tv or channel 10.1. See you next time.
See you next week, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to CPS News, the news that speaks your language.